You can see how this channel is, well, right on the edge of the truth. Have a listen.
Feel of anything. Touch, feel nothing you love enough. It's so sick. I mean, because the angels are thy fallen, and then people will, because of them, will be thy fallen. It's very sick. It's a sick message from the enemy that's all through this stuff. Okay, and then he has them marching. They're marching. They're faceless versions of him because they took the mark. They are now robots. At first, they're all like, much on because they're getting sick. They're freaking out. They're losing their minds because they got this thing in their head. Eventually, I think it will be put into their head, like the Bible says, the head and the hand and the forehead, in a sense. These jabs are just the precursors to prepare people for what's coming, but also to eliminate a certain amount of people and all that stuff. It's just crazy. Okay, so and then this reminded me of this movie, sick movie, man, called Us. Okay, by Jordan Peele, and here's this family, and all of a sudden this psycho version of themselves shows up. It's very sick. I've seen some of it. I just don't like to put that stuff in my head. It doesn't scare me, but it's kind of creepy though. I mean, I must admit, it's kind of creepy. These people show up and they're the sick versions of themselves. Exactly. It's kind of a creepy idea. And so I thought about this idea about doppelgangers and people possibly be replaced, even maybe in the rapture or something. People will be replaced by other, maybe even clones or something like that. But I kind of realized this even more, that what the point of this is that once you receive the mark, and if your whole family will have to receive the mark at some point, or even starting with the vax, okay, you have to receive it at some point. Even at some point, children would, to do this whole herd immunity thing, whatever. Right, you'd have to receive it, right? And so you go from this, and then you out of control, you wouldn't know, and then you this, and you in a sense murdered yourself, and that's what the Weeknd or Abel Tesfaye, this guy was singing. That's what he shows in his videos. And I showed that in part one. He basically murders himself. So it's like a twin. So it's like, imagine it's you. You're one of these people. You're the kid. You're the mom. You're the dad, and you just and then you become this evil twin, and your old self is gone. It's murdered in a sense by the enemy, by you accepting this thing that takes you over. And so in a sense, this family is being attacked by this other evil version of themselves. They're exact twins of themselves. It's really sick, but I realize that's after taking the mark. People are going to be, in a sense, murdered by themselves, in a sense, really by demons through these things, and by the control of the enemy, complete control of people. In fact, this whole army of people at some point is going to go against Jesus when he comes back at the end of the tribulation. And people will be forced to fight, and they won't be able to do anything else. And they'll be without hope and everything else. Okay, and then there's one scene with a boy and with the father confronting these people, and then there's another scene with the same boy. Does that look familiar? Does that look familiar? Do you see that? With that same head thing, and showing you that, again, these symbols work together. Okay? Sick. There we go. I mean, that's not analogous. I don't know what is. This is perfect for what this is. It's really sick. That's sick. Okay, and so is that. This is a boy. This is a little boy. This is how demented these people are. They want your kids. They're after hours. That's his latest album. Because the demons are after ours. They're after our family. They're after ours. You get it? You better get it and not take it. And listen to Jesus. He's your only answer. He's my only answer. He's the one who's revealed all this to me to share with you. Now look at this. And who's behind all this? Literally, Abel Tesfaye, who is the Weeknd, and I show you in part one how he exactly equals the Weeknd, which he's called the Weeknd, but it really means the Weeknd because he's moved by Satan. Satan, that's see the T in the middle? And what is black and red? Like I said, Satan, and there's a T in the middle, and I'll bet you from the other angles, and it's flashed even more obvious, Satan, but I could see only certain angles, and then I'm going to show you this here. So this right here, this is a blurred vision of but in here, it is an open here. That's an open, that is the top of an S. This is open here, that's the bottom of an S. This is perfectly round on the bottom. It's round on the top. This is a really blurred, super blurred S, and that was from this one right here. So we know this is S. We know this is T. What's the rest of this? It's obvious, and it's in black and red. And if you know the spirit of this is Satan, and you want to have other evidence. You want me to completely prove this fact, this idea that this is Satan. If you can already tell, it's super obvious. This is not Satan moving these people. This army of people who took the mark and who he's in control of, and who he's leading, and able to say, the weekends will run down here, and he's got control of them and everything. Okay, then I'll show you the evidence. Another big evidence in his big tour in 2017, which represents 217, which is the birth date of CKBO on a leap year, 217, and then the album released in 216. Like I showed in the first part one. Okay, here is from his tour in 2017, and what it actually shows on the back of the stage in this concert. And if that's not proving it, I don't know what is. Watch.
Sorry, it's not very clear.
You see that?
Yeah, I missed it. Sorry, let's have another look.
Kind of flash it. This is the evidence. You see that? And it's red and black. There we go. Says Satan.
Oh yeah, I see it.
Okay, so wow. If that's not evidence, I don't know what is. And then at the end, things are exploding, like things are gonna explode. And then guess what? They're all dead. Thy fallen. Thy fallen. Because that's the result of all this stuff. All this taking of whatever it's gonna be. You're gonna be like the demons, and the demons that would overtake people because they took the mark. They're going to be thy fallen, and that's what they're showing. So I want to thank you for jamming out with me